Hello students, it's Mrs. Frank. I'm here to read you a sweet little book. I think most of you know it. I want to dedicate it to my 5th graders. I'll let you know at the end of the book why. Okay, it's Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andre and Guy Parker Reese. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. The jungle dance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really bad. The warthog started waltzing, the rhinos rocked and rolled, the lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely, and he walked towards the floor. But the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. Ha 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 ha. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald. The animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. Gerald simply froze. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. We've all been there, right? So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on, but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really wanted to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles in the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swirling around. He's gonna get going. He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leaped up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing! Yes, I'm dancing. I'm dancing, Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! He must be in a dream." Gerald was the best dancer that we've ever seen. How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We can all dance, he said, when we find the music we love. There's a lot of meaning to this book, but for you 5th graders, what I thought about was that you're moving on to middle school, okay? You're going to have to find yourself, and by that I mean figure out what you're going to do in life with your friends and school, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find your own tune. So I want you to be confident that you're going to find your way. Okay? And one of the most important things, I think, is you need to surround yourself with people that encourage you, support you, and love you, especially in middle school. If someone's not treating you nicely, you need to stay away from them. Then they're not your friend. I worked at a middle school. I saw what happened. So I think that's one of the most important things to remember. Surround yourself with positive folks, always. Okay, good luck. I'll miss you. You could always come back and say hello. Let me know how you're doing. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.